Good evening, Blue Jay fans, and welcome to Bondurant, Iowa for a little makeup Raccoon River Conference action between the visiting Winterset Huskies and your Bondurant for our Blue Jays. Patrick Meyer here with Chad Carlson on the call. How you doing, Chad?
I'm doing great, and I'm thinking that this is a lot better day, even though basketball's played inside, a lot better day to play than when we were scheduled to play Winterset the time before.
Yeah, negative 30 and blizzard. Yeah.
Yep.
Quite a bit better. Hopefully a better basketball than we would have gotten that day, too. What are you expecting tonight?
Well, I think you've got a Winterset team that's playing really good basketball right now here on the girls' side and on the boys' side both. Kind of a young team that's made some progress. They're going to really try to trap and pressure the Blue Jays into some turnovers. I think taking care of the basketball is important. Always the key to success for our girls' team is limiting the opponent to one shot and giving them as few second opportunities, added possessions as possible. And then I just think, which team are we going to see? Are we going to see the team that reeled off 3 wins in a row last week, or see those bookend games that they really struggled with the Friday before and then just this past Tuesday on the road at Carroll? And, sometimes you can flush those games at Carroll away because that's a long road trip. It's never an easy place to play, and hopefully they rebound tonight as they continue to make that progression towards tournament play.
Yeah, so as you talked about win streaks and that, the Huskies are coming in 5-8 in conference, 7-10 overall. The Blue Jays 4-9 in conference and 7-10 overall. So, very comparable teams. They played earlier in the year to a 34-30 score down in Winterset. So, definitely a game that you could see going either way. Chesney leading the team in scoring with almost 15 a game. Those 8 rebounds, obviously that's key to keeping them to one shot like you had talked about. And then Aubrey Haynes just has to continue to be kind of that floor general, leading the team in assists and just smart play. So
yeah, and I think we've seen Coach Anderson's teams take that leap from January into February to become more complete teams, more polished teams, and let's see if that's the case tonight with this version of the Blue Jays.
As we look at starting lineups for the Huskies, starting at guard, number 1, Ashlyn Devine, guard number 2, McKenna Olson, forward number 5, Olivia Boyle, guard number 10, Jaya Kleemeyer, and forward number 21, Bryn Acton. And for your Blue Jays, number 2, Aubrey Haynes, a junior guard, number 10, Hannah Green, a senior guard, number 14, Abby Neville, a senior guard, number 33, Erica Lyle, a junior forward, and number 41, Chesney Steenhook, a senior forward. We'll step aside for the national anthem. All right, well, back-to-back nights for us here as we got Winterset tonight, and then tomorrow we're right back at it with Gilbert coming into town. So
yeah, maybe a little smaller crowd tonight. We're not going to have a pep band for a Thursday night makeup game. Yeah. We'll see if the students turn out a little bit for tonight, but probably a little less fanfare on a Thursday than you'd see on a Friday. A
couple less cameras in action, too, as some of our Blue Jay Digital squad had prior work obligations. They're hard to work around some of those things you do as a kid. So
and hard to imagine we're apologizing for one of the best student-led production teams in the state.
Blue Jays get the opening toss. Haynes cross court to Lyle. Lyle drive, left hand up, no good. Chesney rebound, has it taken away. Huskies with the ball. Good aggressive play to start with, just need to convert that bucket. Three-pointer from Kleemeyer is no good.
This is going to be a big advantage inside, I think, if they can get the ball to Chesney. And we'll see what Winterset does defensively to try to double or triple team her inside. Blue Jays are in that 2-3 zone.
Olsen back to Kleemeyer, now to Devine. Devine bringing it around the outside. We need a foul on Haynes there. Devine over to Kleemeyer. Olsen back to Kleemeyer. Now in. Good ball movement around the outside. Shot no good by Olsen. Rebound Lyle. Green brings it back over to Lyle on the near side now. Steenhook in the paint working around.
Winterset in a man-to-man defense right now.
Turnover. Huskies bringing it back the other way.
Tough pass to handle there for.
Shot up and good for Devine. Hesitated, but the defense left her, so she went ahead and shot it.
Yep, I thought maybe we'd see a little pressure on the made basket, but not yet from the Huskies.
A little too much action there. A little bunching issue from the offense, and just need to clean this up a little bit. Steenhook now into the paint. Right hand shot up. No good. Olsen rebound.
Good turn. Good look.
Acton gathers it. Kicks it off. Back out top. Olsen with it. Got to be getting close to a 5 count. Kicks it over to Kleemeyer. Kleemeyer for 3, and that's good.
That's the thing against that 2-3 zone. You don't want to see a team come out hot, and hopefully Coach Anderson will give that zone a little bit of a chance. And sometimes teams just come out after a good warm-up and make a couple shots and then tend to cool off. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Lyle with it over to Neville. Hannah Green now. Picks up her dribble, gets it into Lyle. Lyle into Steenhook, and Chesney finishes.
That time a good use of the bounce pass by Erica and put it in a place where only Chesney could go get it.
Pass unforced out of bounds. Be a turnover to the Blue Jays.
Winterset bench is signaling thumbs down, which means there's going to be some pressure here. It looks like a 3-quarter court, a 1-2-2 look. They're going to try to trap right at half court.
Just a little hot with that pass.
Yeah.
Olsen able to go gather it before it goes out of bounds. Brings it back. Kleemeyer coming up the court. Back to Olsen. Olsen for a deep 3 off the front of the rim. Haynes rebound. Pushing it back the other way quickly. Chesney all the way out at the 3-point line. Chesney coming out a little more high right now. Haynes for 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound, Boyle. Kleemeyer ahead. Now back out to Olsen. Olsen for a 3 again, off the front of the rim again. Haynes rebound again. Could have just put us on repeat that last time. Haynes into the paint, over to Steenhook's. Chesney, shot up, is fouled on the way. Tough pass, able to get it through there.
Yeah, and I like what Aubrey's doing there to get into the lane to bring that bring 2 defenders to her and get it to Chesney. Maybe a little bit off balance, but the end goal was complete, and Chesney got the first of her 2 free throws there.
We're going to get a substitution here. Natalie Smith in for the Huskies. Olivia Boyle to the bench.
Smith, a freshman.
Yeah, they started a freshman as well. So Chesney hits both free throws. Olsen for three again, and this time it's over the front of the rim and in.
Got it there.
All 9 points for the Huskies on three-pointers.
From 3 different players.
That shot up and no good from Green, but Lyle rebound back out to Neville. Neville for three, no good.
I like the inside outlook. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Kleemeyer to Acton. Acton driving. Cross court out to Kleemeyer for three. Off the rim. And Hannah Green's able to come up and get the rebound and is fouled.
So far the Blue Jays doing a really good job on the defensive glass on Winterset misses. Nice job by Hannah Green, kind of surrounded by 3 Huskies there and drew the foul. Winterset's going to back out of that pressure defense for now.
Who did they call that one on? Did you see?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Boyle has a foul, but she was on the bench at the time.
Well, and she had the foul earlier, so. Okay, well, we'll figure it out eventually maybe. Green over to Morgan Muller into the game for the Blue Jays. Muller gets it cross court and travels. He's looking for someone to pass to.
And I think it looked like Winterset had changed to a zone right there, maybe an odd front zone, like a 1-2-2, and I think that was just a different look the Blue Jays hadn't seen yet, and that helped necessitate that turnover.
I wonder if the second foul was also on Boyle.
Good active hands defensively by Erica Lyle in that 2-3 zone. A good zone you don't just stand around in. You got to be active, especially with your hands, make passing lanes difficult.
Kleemeyer comes back into the corner to get that ball. Now out to Devine. Acton with it. Drives into the paint. Right hand hook. No good. All of the rim, but none of the finish. Lyle rebound. Ahead to Haynes. Aubrey into Chesney. Yes. Nice positioning, and Chesney finishes that one easily.
And really nice job by Aubrey with moving with the dribble to her left, and that's what cleared up the passing angle. Instead of just forcing that ball into Chesney that maybe we saw earlier in the season, she created a better lane to get the ball to her and finish the two.
Kleemeyer cross court to Devine. Devine now to Acton at the free throw line. Drives, and we're going to get Lyle. Nope. On Morgan Muller. Okay. Muller's first. Blue Jays second. Grace Bergson into the game for the Blue Jays. Abby Neville back in as well. Acton with the ball in the paint. Turnaround, kick out. Olsen drive, left hand float, no good. Ferguson rebound.
I liked what I saw there, and you know, a lot of high school players are good shooting that stationary three. A lot of high school players are good in the post, like Chesney, even though she could get that one to go down, but got a rebound.
Chases it down, and they're going to call a foul on Chesney.
I think they're going to get Smith
for
that one.
I felt like he was pointing at Chesney, though, and I'm like, oh, that's tough going for the loose ball. But
to finish a thought, I think running those three-point shooters off the line, forcing them to dribble and shoot off the bounce would be a pretty good defensive strategy. We haven't really seen them able to do that at this point in the game.
Chesney cross court to Bergeson. Grace puts it in for two. Kleemeyer into the corner. Devine drives, right-hand layup, good.
Just gave up a little too much on the baseline there, and that's tough to cut off especially if you're a post on the high, playing on the high side.
Haynes gets it near side into Chesney, into a quadruple team. Up to Muller. Muller for three off the front of the rim. No good. And Boyle gets the rebound and draws the foul off of Chesney.
Just Chesney's first, so let's get her into the second quarter with just one.
Devine over to Kleemeyer. Shot clock is off.
Looks like Winterset's content to play catch out front and take that last shot.
15 seconds now. Muller with the pressure. Gets around the screen on the high side. Olsen for a long three off the rim. No good. And that's going to go out of bounds with 3 seconds.
I think right here Coach Anderson just wants to get the ball in, not have a turnover that will lead to an easy Winterset basket. And she traveled, but they didn't call it.
Hits the front of the rim. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Huskies 11, Bluejays 8. You don't think the shot should have been
I'm a home teamer without a doubt, and Aubrey got away with one, and then she almost hit a 80-foot shot. I mean, she took a center field crow hop like she's playing on the Blue Jay softball team this summer. Coach Baker might want to check out that arm. I don't think Aubrey is a softball player, but
no, I don't believe so.
But no, pretty even quarter. I think the Blue Jays did what they wanted to do, which was get the ball inside. All their points coming in the paint from Chesney and Grace Bergeson. The Huskies 3 threes, one from Devine, one from Olsen, one from Kleemeyer, and then just one bucket in the paint. So if they can continue to do that and take away those paint points, I just unless Winterset, they're a team that's shooting 27% on the year from the 3-point line. I think you take that, right?
Right.
You can live with that if they beat you from the 3-point line tonight. Maybe running those shooters off that 3-point line, making them prove it to you that they can take a couple of dribbles and hit that 12 to 15 footer.
They do shoot quite a few of them, and they got 344 3-pointer attempts on the season. So.
Yep.
Blue Jays have Bergeson, Green, Lyle, Muller, and Haynes on the court. Acton with the run around Bergeson. No good. Haynes rebound.
She's got some boards tonight.
She does. Green for three. Off the rim. No good. Acton rebound.
Really good pass there from Aubrey. I mean, she just drew the defense to her and just made a quick, simple pass back to Hannah, who is a little short on that three.
Bergeson is going to commit the foul on Boyle. Boyle will go to the line for two.
Yep, Grace is just caught coming up a little bit high and couldn't recover after that pass and got stuck with the foul.
Little wrestling update for you. Lauren Watson lost her match just recently, so she is going to be done at state. She went 1-2 on the day. Blue Jays' first girls wrestling state qualifier, although technically an Ankeny Hawk this season.
But we're proud of her, Hawk, Blue Jay, whatever flying feathered creature she might be. She made both those free throws, didn't she?
She did, yeah. Haynes for three off the front of the rim. No good. Lyle tried to get it, but not quite able to get over Acton. Acton drive, kick out. Devine back into Acton. Goes right, goes left, and
a little reach there.
It
might have been Hannah.
It should be Hannah, but even that's where they're going. Yep. Okay.
Good minutes there from Grace Bergeson.
Yeah. Oh, did we touch that? We did not.
We might have, but it wasn't called that way.
Well, therefore we did not. I wouldn't question an official.
Never. Especially Monday night. I didn't see you question any officiating.
Tuesday?
Or Tuesday night.
Tuesday,
right.
It'll take us to a dark place there.
I saw a lot of people question officials Tuesday night.
Haynes with the ball. And going to call a jump
Yep.
ball.
Yep.
Ashlyn Devine ties that up on the drive.
Again, I like seeing Aubrey penetrating into the lane. I like she's looking to get people involved off the pass.
Muller on the inbound. Little long pass to Green. Green out to Lyle. Lyle to Haynes. Haynes step in, drive. Muller going to try it again. Got away with a little shuffle there. Shot up and in and out. Maybe had a chance to follow that.
Yeah, maybe had a chance just to take that all the way to the basket, but.
Devine out top. Gets it to Abby Hofing. She's into the game for the first time. That three-pointer from Boyle is good.
Yeah, Winterset screened the zone there, which is absolutely a legal play, and it's a good way to get a good shooter an open three-point shot.
Green back to Muller. Muller to Lyle. Lyle now into Chesney, and Boyle's going to get called for reaching over the top.
Yeah, and that's her second, and she hit a three, and she's coming right out of the game.
Tara Bergeron going to come in for Aubrey Haynes. Bryn Acton, after a really short break, is going to come in for Olivia Boyle. Bergeron out to Muller.
Looking for an answer right now. Ooh.
Playing keep away right now.
Good
Hannah Green
movement.
now for three, and she hits it.
Really good ball movement. Got that shot for Hannah, and she knocked it down.
Devine gets it into Hofing and loses it out of bounds. Blue Jay ball.
Yep. Let's see if they can answer with another bucket here. Kind of gotten themselves doubled up 16-8 after hanging in there in the first quarter. You don't want to see things get too far out of reach too early.
Abby Neville going to check in for Morgan Muller. Bergeron to Neville. Into Steenhook. Double team. Tried to go right through it, and it's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, and really a good job defensively by Winterset and by Acton being right there. She just reached. You know, I think you stay straight up. Chesney has nowhere to go. She either ties her up maybe or forces a travel or a missed shot.
Hannah Green shot, no good. Lyle rebound out to Bergeron. Crossover to Neville, back to Green. Bergeron into Lyle. Lyle left hand up and good. Nice extra pass again. Blue Jays with good ball movement, a couple consecutive possessions.
Yeah, good job by Tara Bergeron since coming in. She's kept that ball moving against that zone. Also looking to be a threat to shoot too.
Acton into the paint, gets a little push. Out to Olsen. Devine loses their footing and draws the foul on Neville. Her first. Haynes going to come in. Bergeron to the bench. We're going to get a timeout for the Huskies.
Yep. So Blue Jays have got it back to 16-13 after a couple of buckets there. Both teams playing a zone defense. And again, that can be if I was coaching high school girls basketball today, that's the defense I'd play.
Yeah.
Because I just think it can make up for if you don't have 5 tremendous athletes, track stars on your team. It can make up for some deficiencies, and it's just really hard to solve. And if you don't have 3 or 4 really good shooters on your team, you have to make a zone pay with perimeter shots. Winterset's knocked down 4 threes so far tonight. That's the difference in this game. But they got to continue to do it.
Huskies to inbound. Acton back to Kleemeyer. Cross court Olsen. Kleemeyer to Acton in the corner for 3. Off the rim. No good. Haynes rebound. Ahead to Green. Green back to Haynes. Green for 3. Off the rim. No good. Acton chases that one down.
Like Hannah's looking for a shot tonight. I like that.
Yeah. That's probably a good result for us because it looked maybe hand checking. Could have got a foul. So
could have been, but Erica Lyle playing with a lot of activity on both the offensive and defensive end, keeping a couple of balls alive on the offensive end with rebounds, moving her feet, deflecting some passes on defense.
Natalie Smith back in for the Huskies. Number 3, Acton kicks out Kleemeyer for 3, and that's good again.
Yeah, and that inside-out look is a good, clean look. That's going to get you wide open looks, and that's not what you want to give up, obviously.
Haynes to Steenhook. Chesney drive, left hand up, no good. And we're going to say staying white ball.
Good job by Erica to put some pressure on the Winterset defenders to rebound. They weren't able to corral that ball.
Morgan Moeller and Lydia Martin into the game for the Blue Jays. Chesney, step through, no good. Lyle is going to get called for going over the back.
Yeah, that's probably conventionally a pretty good call. I didn't really see her create the contact.
Right.
She was just kind of reaching
somebody
over the top
boxed out
and got pushed out.
It extended her arm because she was being boxed out from a lower position. That probably is going to get called almost every time, though, just from the look of it.
You're right.
And they're going to get Martin on a delayed foul.
Well, and from the official that was
farthest away,
35 feet away, and the official underneath didn't see anything, apparently. And maybe the guy further away had a better look. We're further away, and we have pretty good looks comparatively sometimes, right?
Comparatively. Addison Brown checking in for the Blue Jays. Lyle going to get a break on the bench. 3 minutes to go remaining in the first half. Acton's second shot up and good. Her first point of the game.
Again, you don't want to get this lead into double digits going into the half. You want to keep it manageable to come back. If you can keep it in that 6, 7, 8 point range or better, you feel like playing at home, you can make some adjustments and you give yourself a pretty good chance to win in the second half. That's not gonna help matters there.
A little hot on that pass. Looks like the Huskies are maybe not quite so concerned about pressuring Aubrey, but definitely going to bring the heat on anybody else that has it around the three-point line. Just to see if they can create that unforced error. Olsen for 3 off the rim, no good. Acton with the loose ball rebound. Kleemeyer. Over to Devine, cross court, Acton. Acton for 3, and that's nothing but net.
I think Coach Anderson's seen enough of that.
All 5 starters for the Huskies have a 3.
Yep, he's going to take a timeout and maybe discuss getting out of that zone. 23-13, and yes, all 5 of them have a 3. Kleemeyer has 2. They have 6 total for the game, and they have 5 points from the free throw line or on a layup. And meanwhile, on the other end, the Blue Jays are just having a hard time getting the ball into where they need to get it into. I've liked seeing some of the when we've seen good ball movement around the perimeter, when we've seen dribble penetration, it's gotten people some better, more open looks. Just not seeing it consistently enough on the offensive end to produce a lot of points up to this point.
If you are looking for consistency, though,
yes,
Bird's Nest.
I knew where you were going with that.
Community partner, consistent in so many ways. Great care before and after school in the summer. Always supporting Blue Jay athletics. Always supporting Blue Jay Digital, and just a great Bondurant organization. And so we want to thank the Bird's Nest for everything they do and for being a consistent friend.
So consistent.
Bergeron back in for the Blue Jays. Chesney with the young group out there right now. Moeller over to Bergeron, back to Moeller. Martin drives, and a little tip drill, and I think we're going to get called for the foul on that one on Addison Brown, maybe? Yes. Addison Brown's going to get called for the foul, her first. But the 5th of the Blue Jays for the quarter, so he'll go to the line for 2 free throws from McKenna Olson.
We don't see that bonus very often.
No, surprisingly, it hasn't been all that big of an item. You know, we weren't really sure how it would play out, but hasn't been a big thing. Hannah Green back in for the Blue Jays, Martin to the bench. Olsen's second shot. Off the back, no good. Addison Brown, rebound.
I like what Tiara Bergeron's done so far in this game. She's making herself a threat. She's keeping the ball moving. You got to go sideline to sideline, corner to corner against the zone. Keep that defense shifting. That's going to give you more open looks.
That's going to be a jump ball. Every time Morgan gets the ball, she gets the hands from the other team right there. So what's your counter when they bring you pressure on a certain ball handler with the zone?
Get rid of it quicker. And that's what the point I was making with Tiara Bergeron. She's not taking the ball, and there's another three. She's not taking the ball and surveying the court. She's keeping the ball moving.
Green, cross-court Muller. Back out to Bergeron, over to Green. Green to Brown. Brown into Steenhoek. Nice pass. Chesney finishes that one.
And that time the ball got moved from wing to point to wing to corner. Kept the defense moving, and they couldn't account for Chesney.
Minute to go in the half. Kick out. Three-pointer is short from Natalie Smith. Rebound Brown. Muller high pass tipped away from Devine. Devine drives.
Well, it could have been
probably a couple times really, and Chesney blocks that one, and the Husky player a little frustrated at the lack of the call, and probably justified, as I think she was fouled at half court
earlier.
And
she was
her
fouled.
first shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe not by Chesney.
No, Chesney's might have been clean, but your frustration builds after the first two, I imagine. Acton.
What do we got here? Maybe a moving screen?
Foul on Morgan Muller. I have no idea. She wasn't anywhere near the ball, so I'm not entirely sure what we think
I'm watching
happened.
the replay right now. I can give you a...
You're a little ahead of my screen. My replay just showed the Chesney Steenhoek block. So
if they call that on Morgan, she did absolutely nothing.
She's just standing there.
I think they may have changed the call. Technical foul?
Well, I don't know that we're all that sure what that call was.
Yeah, we might need an explanation at halftime. I'll go down and see if the bench can fill us in on that.
McKenna Olson hits both free throws. You saw Coach Anderson shaking his head that he didn't agree with whatever that call was. But we don't think that was a personal foul on Morgan. So.
Well, and they had number 2 up on the board, but it was number 2 Olson that was shooting the free throws. So
unless they called it on number 2 on the bench, it's possible, I suppose. We're 10 seconds remaining here. Olson over to Acton. Acton out to Kleemeyer. 4 seconds and turnover to Steenhoek. Addison Brown, she's not going to try the full court shot. And that's going to take us to halftime. Blue Jays trailing 15-29. We'll step aside and be back for the second half. Go Jays.
The Bondurant-Farrar Athletic Booster Club was established over 20 years ago to support all sanctioned junior high and high school athletic programs. The club is comprised of athletic supporters, parents, and community members who strongly believe that quality athletic programs and experiences enrich the education experience for the hundreds of student athletes participating in a district sport each year. Each year, the Booster Club raises thousands of dollars that are reinvested into athletic programs. Dollars raised go to the purchase of items such as uniforms, equipment, unbudgeted team travel, team banquets, and state qualifier signs, and more.
Athletic boosters fund our uniforms for our 7 through 12 athletics. Annually, that is usually between $25,000 and $50,000. Without them, it would not be possible to keep our kids in new uniforms and get them the equipment that they need.
The Booster Club is really vital to the health of our programs here at Bondurant-Farrar. They do a great job of providing a way for programs to get money for equipment, for example, for track, help out with hurdles, blocks, new high jump mat, etc. Without the Booster Club, it'd be really hard for programs to function without having to really do a lot of fundraising on their own.
The Booster Club raises money through the sales of concessions, Bluejay apparel, merchandise, special fundraising events, and sponsorships and donations. As the Bondurant-Farrar community continues to grow, so does our athletic programs and the need for our support. The Booster Club is a great way to get involved and meet other parents and community members. Come join this fun and energized group. Bring your fresh ideas and love for Blue Jay student athletes and programs. Visit bfschools.org/Booster Club to learn more. Go Jays!
Hello Blue Jays, I'm Garrett Monson.
And I'm Maddie Minnick.
Welcome back to the ring.
On this episode,
All right, welcome back, Blue Jay fans, to second half action of girls basketball here in Bondurant. Blue Jays currently trailing 29-15 at the half. Little clarification on that last call. The technical was called on a player on the bench for what seemed to be maybe a miscommunication from the official, because it looked like the player was communicating with her team and the official blew a technical on that.
Yeah, it was a player stood up and complained on the bench, and what I saw on the replay was confirmed down at the bench and by our coach, is that we had switched from a zone to a man-to-man defense, and two players chased after the same player, and the player on the bench had said, hey, we've got to switch on the screen or whatever, and was given a technical.
Trying to help coach her team up.
Correct.
Yeah. So, odd situation. And what are we saying here? We're going to say staying with the Blue Jays on this ball.
Yeah. And to me, like, unless the Blue Jay players and listen, I know I'm biased, but we got really, really nice kids on our team. So unless somebody had been complaining throughout the game, then
you don't jump to the conclusion that that's what it was.
Well, then it makes sense that an official maybe has their radar on a little bit for something like that. But there was absolutely no reason
to assume that's what that was.
Correct.
And it was the official all the way on the other side of the court. So, weird stuff. Olivia Boyle starting out the second half.
Yep.
With the bucket.
And at the end of the day, Winterset just has a really, really balanced attack right now. They've got
I don't know, is it balanced or is it just dominating from threes right now?
Well, balanced in terms of individuals. All five starters with 5 points or more. And they're just
everybody's hit a three,
They're playing kind of comfortably, I would describe it as.
Yeah. Blue Jays have just not had a lot of great even looks at the basket, really,
and not forcing anything defensively in terms of turnovers, or they're just kind of letting the Huskies throw the ball around the perimeter and get comfortable shooting.
Three-pointer is good. That's McKenna Olson. We got to delay a game.
And that same official's chewing out a Blue Jay player right now because she was calling for a delay of game, and he said, I'll take care of it. And I just, they don't have to be so sensitive.
Sensitive.
Yes.
Neville back over to Haynes, now into Chesney. Chesney through the post. Gets the bucket.
Really strong move by Chesney there, not to be denied.
One thing we do have decently in our crowd, as this three-pointer is off the rim, thankfully, is we have a lot of elementary students in the crowd, as it is elementary student night. So
it is. I did not know that.
Yeah. K through 6, you got in free if your parents paid to get in.
Second chance shot there for Winterset. That's one thing the Blue Jays did well in the first half, even though Winterset didn't seem to miss very often, was not get many second chance shots. We're going to get an illegal screen called on
Natalie Smith.
Yep.
Her second foul. Haynes bringing it up court. Lyle into Chesney. Chesney turnaround, put up, no good, but is fouled on the shot.
Yep, just kind of got pushed out there by Boyle. Boyle's a strong player in there. She's a little undersized compared to Chesney, but she's trying to stay toe-to-toe with her. That's her third foul, though.
No, they called that on number 2.
Okay.
McKenna Olson.
They called that on Olson. Could have went either way, I think.
Chesney's shot is good.
I think Olson just kind of reached in there looking at the replay.
Chesney converts both.
Yeah, she's 4 out of 4 from the stripe tonight. I won't say that the next time she gets to the free throw line, so put that in your memory bank.
Entry pass, shot up, and they're going to get Lyle coming over late.
Yeah, Erica just got there half a step late, or she would have been in perfectly good position straight up.
So just Erica's second foul. Shot up and good from Boyle. Misses the second. Chesney rebound. Haynes up court. Over to Green. Back to Haynes. Back to Green now. Keeping that pressure on. Triple team on Chesney. Chesney goes the other side. Throws it up high to Erica. And Erica just not quite able to handle it.
Couldn't get the grip on it.
Bryn Acton coming back into the game. Natalie Smith going to go to the bench for the Huskies. Devine brings it up court. Haynes meets her near the logo.
Blue Jays now in man-to-man defense.
Shot up from Olsen is off. Rebound Chesney. Haynes ahead to Neville. Gets it back to Haynes. Now Lyle in the paint. Neville back to Lyle. Great ball movement. Lyle shot up, no good. Chesney rebound, put back, no good. And I think Erica is fouled on the rebound attempt.
I think by Young. Or, excuse me, by
Devine.
Kleemeyer. Nope, Kleemeyer.
Oh, was it 10?
Yep.
Oh.
We said 3 names. We were bound to get it right
Right.
eventually.
If we just name everybody on the court. And that foul was on Chesney's shot, not on the rebound, so Chesney goes to the line for 2.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed call, but we'll take that. Got to get
It's not the first one of those today.
Got to get a little help when you're in a 17-point hole. Cut it to 14 now. Maybe you get it under 10 by the 4th quarter. Give yourself a chance.
Devine over to Olsen. Olsen has pulled up from that range once already, maybe twice. Devine drives into the paint, kick out, Boyle for 3, and rattles it home.
They're shooting better than 27.6% tonight. They're probably well over 50% from 3.
Aubrey Haynes for 3 off the rim, no good. Hannah Green rebound and kicks it back out to Neville. Lyle works her way in, just over the top. Devine rebound. Boyle under the hoop by herself, no good, gets it back and puts that one in.
Boyle.
Oh. And part of losing that ball underneath was probably a little bit of contact, but they haven't called a lot of that tonight on either direction, so I wouldn't necessarily expect them to start now. Addison Brown into the game for the Blue Jays. Devine over to Boyle. Boyle cross court. That's Abby Hofing with it. Bryn Acton now driving back to Hofing. Addison Brown comes away with it. Haynes ahead to Neville, back to Haynes. Yeah, just, I don't know. A lot of something as Chesney gets the block on Hofing. Haynes chases it down. Haynes going to go all the way in. Left-hand layup. No good, but she is fouled. Kleemeyer again. Her second. 4th of the quarter. Haynes will go to the line for 2, looking for her first bucket of the game. Or first point, I should say. Morgan Muller and Grace Bergson in. Neville and Steenhook to the bench for the Blue Jays. Tiara Berger and in. Hannah Green to the bench. Shot up and good.
Blue Jays a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Something to.
It's not quite there enough tonight.
Right. 6 for 6 in this quarter.
Olsen in, Devine to the bench.
I saw the disparity between Purdue and Northwestern in the men's game last night, and that should never happen.
Olsen, layup, gets the bucket and will go to the line. It's 11 points now on the game for her. Foul is on Moeller for second.
And since the Blue Jays have switched to that man-to-man, player-to-player defense, it's just Winterset's kind of going wherever they want to on this side of half court.
Olsen free throw good. Can finish the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Moeller over to Bergeron, back to Moeller.
Winterset's going to stay in a 2-3 zone. Blue Jays have not had a ton of success from the three-point arc.
Ferguson for three, in and out. Olsen rebound, coming back the other way. Little carry there, and they're going to call that one. .217 remaining in the third quarter here. Bergeron for three off the rim, no good, and out of bounds. The getting it to 10 is going to be a little bit of a challenge before the fourth quarter, but anything you can cut into it would be helpful.
You're going to have to score in bunches, which means you're probably going to need to start knocking some three-point shots down or force some turnovers that lead to run-out layups. You're not going to cut much into a 20-point lead if you can't do one or both of those things.
Boyle on for two, no good, and Haynes gets the rebound but is on the line, so that'll be a turnover. Claire Meisland coming in for the Blue Jays, and Haynes to the bench. Macy Olsen in for the first time for the Huskies, and Jay Kleemeyer will go to the bench.
And we've seen this team come from way, way behind in a couple of games here recently at Boone. They were down going into the fourth quarter. It wasn't by 20, but that became the Chesney Steenhook quarter. I almost said the Kenny Chesney quarter. Chesney Steenhook quarter. Maybe Kenny Chesney was playing in the background. Maybe the pep band was
just a
playing
loop on her head, yeah.
Pep band was playing a little summertime or something.
Shot up and off the rim from Olsen. Addison Brown with strong rebound.
Nice rebound.
Kira Bergeron brings it up court to Meisland. Meisland into Moeller. Bergeron now over to Meisland. Meisland shot up, no good. Addison Brown rebound. Meisland over to Bergeson. And just a little high. Coming in, Natalie Smith for the Huskies. Chesney Steenhook back in for the Blue Jays. That was a lineup we probably haven't seen a lot before when Chesney was still on the bench. Is just not a lot of players that consistently look for their own shot there.
Lot of youth, not a lot of scoring.
They're going to call that on Claire Meisland. A Blue Jay digital fave, Claire Meisland.
Oh, yeah.
Always on the football camera. Free throw no good from Natalie Smith. Second one up and good. Her first point of the game. Bergeron to Meisland. Meisland out top to Moeller. Moeller back to Bergeron. Cross court Meisland. Meisland for three. Off the rim. No good. Steenhook chases it down. Tips it to Bergeron. Bergeron goes up for the shot and is fouled. The foul is going to be on Boyle. Her third.
Tiara Bergeron's done a lot of nice things tonight. Moving the ball, getting after loose balls right there. just
hitting free throws.
Yeah, and you know, you can say, hey, she was in the right place at the right time for a hustle play made by Chesney, but she kept herself in the play. She wasn't already thinking about going back on defense. She was staying in the moment. Got herself a couple of free throws, knocked the first one down, not successful there on the second.
Shot clock is off as we head to the end of the third quarter. Devine out by the logo. Mueller applying that pressure. Pass inside, gets the bucket for Abby Hofing. Bergen going to push ahead, has 5 seconds. Mueller throws it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Natalie Smith, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Blue Jays trailing 24-46. So definitely not where you were hoping to be as you head into the fourth. You know, not that you're going to stop trying for the comeback, but it might not be a realistic expectation, as you would have to double your points from the first three quarters. What are you looking at as the coach telling your team to work for here? What's your goal for this quarter?
Well, you just want to see anything positive that, you know, you can make happen, and that's you know, hey, there's no moral victories at this time of the year in varsity basketball. But can we cut into the lead? Can we get that lead under 15 before the end of the game? Can we not allow any more three-point shots? Can we not allow any second chance shots on defense? Can we get a turnover and turn it into a layup, fast break layup? So, you know, you're looking for any of those positive things you can right now, and you want to, you know, you really want to eliminate those negative thoughts, and you know, because those things can creep in and carry over into the next game,
which is tomorrow.
Right. And right now, it's just stay positive, make some good things happen, and kind of give yourself a little springboard into tomorrow night's action.
Blue Jays have their starters in. Huskies have a little bit of a mix here as Bryn Acton is in and Devine is in. But joining them are Macy Olson and Natalie Smith and Abby Hofing. So 2 starters and 3 bench players. That ball's knocked away by Lyle. Blue Jays come away with it. Haynes ahead to Neville. Neville step in long, too, off the rim, in and out. Lyle and Acton tie up for a jump ball. Good job by Erica running in there to tie that one up as Bryn Acton had gotten there first. Steenhook over to Haynes. Haynes for a long three, no good. And that'll be out of bounds. Over to the Huskies.
Just can't get anything going from the perimeter. You know, we got the 1-3 from Hannah Green in the first half, and that's been it, really, for anything outside of the painted area or the free throw line.
Bryn Acton gets it into Smith. Smith, little step through, no good. Gets her own rebound on the air ball. Olsen, float, no good. Chesney gets the rebound that time. Haynes, cross court to Neville. Gets it to Chesney. Chesney drives, loses it. Smith with the ball. Olsen gets it back to Devine. Huskies going to slow it down a bit. Hofing with it. Acton coming back up towards the top. Picks up her dribble, drops it off Natalie Smith. Smith calls for it back in the paint. And Lyle and Steenhook, and did he just tee her up for that? All right, somebody needs to have a little talk with Oscar the Grouch there, because this is insane. He's just jump ball, foul on 41.
That's just
they're playing basketball, and
there was nothing malicious.
They're going for the loose ball. That's the same guy who blew the technical earlier too, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, sir. It might be time to to find yourself another hobby for tonight, because your attitude is a little rough here.
We're working with high school kids here, and that
Ashlyn Devine gets all the rim and the finish.
And I don't think Coach Anderson's taken Chesney out of the game right now as any type of punishment.
No.
Maybe to keep her frustrations from boiling over.
Yeah.
Just
nice drive there, and you're going to have a foul on the shot. McKenna Olson will go to the line for 2.
Like, you're really looking for stuff there, and I need to let it go. Tell me to let it go.
You should let it go, but, it's been a rough week for officials.
Yeah, you're really looking for something there. You're really looking for something.
It's been a rough week for Blue Jays and officials, so I'm not the greatest person to recommend such things right now. But maybe Trent Miller will tell us to let it go.
Could, possibly. Or Trent might just pour gas on
the fire,
He tends to feed
into it. Yeah, McKenna Olson hits them both. You can't really trust Mr. Miller to be the calm voice of reason down there. Addison Brown tried to get it across court. Ended up in the hands of Bryn Acton. Acton going to look to go coast to coast, then kicks it out. Boyle gets it back to Acton. Starters all in for the Huskies. Devine 3, and they're still on fire from deep.
That's nine threes on the night for Winterset.
Lydia Martin into Bergeson. Bergeson turnaround pass to Haynes. Out to Lydia Martin. Martin right hand float and gets the bucket.
With the runner.
That foul is on Jaya Claymeyer, her 3rd foul. Claire Meisland going to come in for the Blue Jays. Abby Neville to the bench. And it looks like Tierra Bergeron is looking to come in.
I think at this point, Coach Anderson's probably thinking with his starters, let's keep you fresh for tomorrow night. We got another game to play. This one is out of reach, and let's give our young ladies that don't maybe get as much action a solid 5 minutes of playing time here.
Lydia Martin finished that 3-point play. Bryn Acton putting up the 3. Bergeson rebound. Bergeron bringing it up court. Lydia Martin now.
Winterset must not have a game tomorrow night.
Well, or they just really don't like us and want to run it up.
Well, they want to make sure they've got the game in hand, I guess, and it's pretty close, I would say.
I can't imagine they don't have a game tomorrow. I mean, it's Friday night in the middle of conference season. Boyle shot up, no good. Addison Brown rebound.
Yep. Addison's done a nice job picking up a couple of defensive rebounds in this half.
Allison Halstead in for the Blue Jays. Grace Ferguson to the bench. Which now gets us to the point where all of our varsity players have been into the game. Although I feel like we have a new player on the bench. Is that Miss Weston dressed for the first time?
Looks like it.
Rebound. Boyle. Cross court. Now drives and gets the floater from McKenna Olson. Bergeron to Brown. Out to Martin. Martin brings it back out top to Bergeron. Addison Brown with it again. Halstead drives. Gets a little too far under the hoop. Back out to Brown.
Need to get the ball reversed. It's stuck on the right side of the court right now.
Bergeron out to Martin. Martin to Halstead, tipped away by Boyle. And we're going to get a little bit of a line change here from the Huskies, as Madeline Nordstrom makes her first appearance and joins Natalie Smith, Macy Olson, and Abby Hoffing coming into the game.
Madeline Nordstrom. That's a good Scandinavian name, Patrick. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
I like it. We'll be teaching you history lessons along the way as well as geography. Loose ball off the foot. Natalie Smith has it. Back out to McKenna Olson. Olson to Hoffing. Out. And that three-point attempt by Nordstrom is no good. Loose ball, a little pinball action here. And Nordstrom entry pass. Tipped by Brown into the hands of Martin.
Good defense there by the Blue Jays.
Berggren to Martin. Martin drives. Free throw line, right-hand layup, no good. Nordstrom gets the rebound. Pass ahead, Smith, shot up, no good. Addison Brown had the ball, gets tied up. And you get 3 new players in for the Huskies. We got number 15, Daphne Logston, number 22, Claire Seidler, and number 24, Maureen Nigg. So they just went with a 4-person switch and then a 3-person switch. So at least one of those people really didn't get much time out there. Halstead into Brown. Brown left hand layup, good. Nigg shot, no good. Nordstrom tried for it. Addison Brown jumped out, saved it. You're going to have a foul on number 22, Claire Seidler. Her first foul, but she got herself in the stat book. That's always an important piece to this. Brown in the paint, right hand shot up, no good. And we're going to get a jump ball between Brown and Daphne Logston. Two minutes remaining in this game. We'll have a boys game after this. Shot up and good from Macy Olson. Just floats that thing right up there. And Miss Weston's going to get her first appearance into the game. So now I believe everybody dressed has been in. Weston to Meislin, over to Martin. Martin back out to Weston. Swings it over to Berggren. Might have got away with the travel there. Pass over to Halstead. And loose ball comes away to Madeline Nordstrom. Nordstrom with it again. Has Berggren on her. Shot up from Logsden, off the rim, no good. Loose ball into the hands of Seidler. Seidler over to Olson. And we're going to have a foul on Berggren. Her first foul.
I think Tiara was in pretty good position there. She just didn't get a call. Maybe if she had fell backwards, she might have drawn the charge. But
Macy Olson, shot up and good. Under a minute remaining in this game now. Second one up and good as well. Got any leads on our Vision Bank player of the game?
Well, you know, we say this often that there's somebody that could probably get the award, both on our girls and our boys team on a nightly basis, but I think it's pretty hard.
Hard to go away from.
Hard to go away from your only double-figure score tonight, your only player with multiple field goals.
Probably getting close to the double-digit rebound number as well. Weston over to Berggren. Berggren drives.
And also had her 500th career rebound
on
earlier
Tuesday
this
night.
week.
Yep.
So
Halstead out to Martin. Martin for three. Off the rim, no good. And they're going to let this one play out. Probably the right move. They didn't need another jump ball. Shot up from Seidler. No good. Halstead rebound. Berggren has 8 seconds. Over to Meislin. 4 seconds. Martin back to Berggren. Meislin shot up, and it's no good. We'll finish this game at 29-59. So as we were alluding to, but maybe not saying quite specifically, our Vision Bank player of the game, Chesney Steenhook, finishes with 14 points, close to double-digit rebounds, a couple real big swings on the blocks, and overall just kind of your focal point of the game for the Blue Jays. We talk about that. She could be the player of the game almost all the time, but it's really tonight I think she's the answer.
Yep.
So Vision Bank player of the game, Chesney Steenhook. What can Vision Bank do for you tonight? That's not going to be a Blue Jay victory on the girls' side, but we'll come back with boys varsity action after this, and that Vision Bank player of the game is going to lead us to a victory. That's my prediction. Go Jays.
And there we're seeing Chesney being honored for her 500 rebounds. Nice moment for her. I'm sure would have made it a more complete night for her with a team win, but nice for her to be honored in front of the home crowd for what she accomplished on Tuesday night, but of course over a nice career here as a Blue Jay athlete.
All right, now I think we're done with this game. No other halftime celebration, so
that's it.
We'll be back for the boys varsity action.
It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' I feel like she more of a CEO, or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm going to change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
Welcome back, Blue Jay fans, for boys varsity action here in Bondurant between the visiting Huskies and your Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays. Both teams coming in 8-5 in conference, so the winner will take sole possession of third place. What are you looking for tonight, Chad? All right, a little screen restart there for us, but welcome back. So you were just going to give us some ideas on what you were looking for this game, Chad.
Well, in talking to Coach Evans, I think he is highly concerned about this very aggressive Husky defense, zone defense that has created a lot of turnovers, have led to a nice winning streak for this team. So really protecting the ball and making that zone defense pay. Having somebody continue to step up on the offensive end. We're going to get to point number 3 in just a second, but Tanner Bergeron has not had the amazing success that he had, late December, early January, and some other guys are stepping up into that spot. The other night it was
Carter Obright.
It was Carter Obright. Yep, it was Carter Obright. Sorry.
19-9, I think, is what he went for.
My 54-year-old brain wasn't working very well there. So somebody stepping up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Tanner tonight, and then really seeing Tanner kind of getting it going again. Because when he's playing well, I think the whole team kind of feeds off of his energy and his success. So I think we're going to see a very fast-paced, high-energy, competitive game here in the nightcap.
As we wrap up these last 3 conference games for the Blue Jays, they're coming in 9-6 overall, 8-5 in conference, 11-6 overall for the Huskies. So Bergeron still leading the team in scoring with 22 points a game, and Cole Miller, I think, still leading 3A in assists per game at 7. So we'll look for them to continue to do the work they do. Starting lineups first for the Huskies: guard number 0, Hudson Wilms. Guard number 3, Luke Lindy. Guard number 13, Hank Wilms. Guard number 23, Hayden Wilms. And center number 44, Sam Hensley. For your Blue Jays, junior forward number 20, Hudson McConnell. Senior forward number 22, Nick Fonce. Junior guard number 25, Cole Miller. Senior guard number 30, Carter Obright. And senior forward number 32, Tanner Bergeron. Like to welcome the students and their green section tonight for the Des Moines Irish Spring Green in the house. club ball team over at the Grub tonight, but checking out the high school game before they go. So shout out Irish Spring Green. It's Berger and Hensley to jump.
And I'm guessing Hayden and Hudson Wilms are twin brothers. I'm going to just throw that out there since they're both seniors.
And Hank's not, since he's a junior.
They're both averaging 14.8 and 13.8. And then you got Hensley, who just won the center tip, coming in at 13.7. So a really balanced team up top there.
I feel like it was Bergeron's tip. It's just his teammates didn't come get that ball. Came to his side, though. Shot up for Hensley. No good Bergeron rebound.
So don't just point at Wilms and say, I got him.
Well, I'm just going to say Wilms the whole time, and that way it'll make it easier for me to know who's who. Bergeron tries to get it into McConnell, and this white ball, is he saying they stepped out? What is he saying?
Must have. I missed the call. Looks like
that's
maybe
a
that's
tough
what it
angle
was.
for him to see that, but it's an even harder angle for me to see it, so I'll take his word for it. Miller into Bergeron. Bergeron in the corner out to Albright at the top. Said Albright had 19 points on Tuesday night along with 9 rebounds. Obviously Albright about 6'7", so the 9 rebounds not surprising. Oh, no, not quite 6'7", but hustling towards the hoop. Miller into Fonz. Fonz shot up, partially blocked, I think, from Hensley. Gets his shot back and puts it in.
You're going to get that kind of effort from Nick Fonz. We know that. We're going to keep him out of foul trouble tonight.
Hensley into the paint, and I think McConnell had position, but he didn't stay there to.
Might have got there just a hair late. And again, that's a tough call. Good action up top on that high ball screen and a quick roll by Hensley. And the lefty's going to get 2 free throws.
First one's going to be short. Second one, line drives it in.
Here's that trap.
Fonz comes and gets it and steps around Hensley for the 2-point bucket.
They don't square you up. Take it all the way to the hole. Good job by Nick.
Hank Wilms with it over to Hensley. Hensley, turn around again, shot up, no good, Bergeron rebound. Miller pushing ahead, crossover, pull up 2, no good. Hensley takes it away from a teammate.
That mid-range shot, good look, important shot to.
Right there, I don't know how that wasn't a foul.
Well, he's got his forearm still attached, but other than that, it sure did look like a foul.
It's probably good for the idea of keeping Nick Fonz in the game, though, if that's not going to be a foul tonight. Hudson McConnell goes up strong. Nice pass cross court from Miller.
And McConnell's trajectory just keeps pointing upwards ever since break. He's just continued to get better night in and night out.
Hank Wilms with a nice drive and bucket. Fonz with it back out to Miller. Miller, Bergeron in on Hensley. Kick out, Fonz. Fonz drives, baseline. Up under the hoop, layup, no good. Hensley rebound. Probably the most aggressive offensively we've seen Nick, though.
I was just going to say that.
Pull up 2, no good, Hank Wilms.
Good box out by Nick.
McConnell gets the rebound. Right to Miller. Miller into Fonz under the hoop, back out to McConnell. McConnell for 3,
Boom.
Good.
Really good team basketball. It's going to get a timeout out of Winterset, trailing 9-3 out of the shoot here. They're going to want to make some adjustments here, and I would say Nick Fonz has probably been the guy that's given them the most of this headache so far, whether it's attacking the basket or kicking out for threes like we just saw to Hudson McConnell.
And I don't think you get that extra pressure on Nick if he doesn't attack the rim those first few times.
Right.
And so he pulls in that extra defender, which has McConnell sitting there wide open then from the 3-point line.
Yeah. But exactly the kind of start that Coach Evans would have wanted to draw up, and I don't think we've seen a Blue Jay turnover so far. And
kills me when you say things like that.
I know, but that's one of our keys, Patrick. We got to stay away from those turnovers.
Lindy to inbound. Hayden Wilms with it. Hayden over to Hank. Hank to Hudson.
That's a moving screen right there.
Hudson back to Hayden. Shot up and good from Hudson Wilms. The one on Hensley or the one on 13?
It was on Hank Wilms. It was a dribble handoff, and it was a moving screen. I mean, that's just a missed call.
Albright into the paint.
You don't see college officials miss that very often.
Hudson McConnell skies up for another bucket. Cross court, Wilms. Hudson out to Lindy. Lindy thought about it, gives it up. Hank Wilms. Hayden Wilms. Wilms shot no good. Fonts rebound. Miller stepped through. Feeds Bergeron under the bucket. No look pass, completes the 2.
Really tough catch for Tanner Bergeron, but he got his mitts on it and went up, got the 2.
Bergeron almost knocked that one away. Wilms out to Lindy. Lindy into Hensley. Hensley has it knocked away by Miller. What do you call on? Oh, wow. That's on Cole Miller. Boy, I thought that was a whole lot of ball. At a minimum, inconsistent with the action that we were calling earlier. But at least nobody's been teed up yet by this gentleman over here.
I just saw another moving screen, that one from Hayden Wilms.
Deep 3, no good. Wilms gets the rebound. Put back, no good. Fonts knocked it out. Hensley rebound, he puts it in.
Yep, good stick-to-itiveness there by the Huskies. Blue Jays had a couple of chances to corral that rebound and weren't able to do it.
Miller into the paint. Shot up and good.
Yeah.
Strong finish from Cole Miller.
Not a lot of point guards in this state that can do that kind of strength against that type of zone.
Hank Wilms over to Lindy. Lindy out to Hudson Wilms. Hudson drives. Nice little layup there from Hudson Wilms.
Really good take offensively there.
Cole Miller. Carter Albright back to Miller.
You don't want to pick the ball up out there.
Albright gets it back to Miller. Hudson McConnell. Back to Miller. Still 18 on the clock. High ball intended for Nick Fonts. Out of bounds. Not able to wrangle that one down.
Yeah, and you call that an unforced turnover, but that aggressive action in that zone up high created that kind of added urgency to that pass, and just a little too high for Nick to go up and get that.
Kaylor Beebe and Grant Fuehring into the game for the Huskies. Hudson Wilms over to Hensley. Hensley shot 2, no good. Fonts rebound. Bergeron off the rim, no good. McConnell goes up for it. Loose ball, and I can't believe nobody was touching that while out of bounds, but loose ball. It's a little bit of chaos right now. And whoa, oh my goodness. If anything, that's an offensive foul, no?
Well, no, I think
he dropped his shoulder into it.
I think Nick dug into that space.
All right.
We'll agree to disagree on that one.
I struggle with the everything goes, then we call this, you know. Like, I don't know. It's tough to be a player when there's no consistency on what's being called. Fuehring shot up, no good. And then they're going to get Nick on that one. Carter Goodwin into the game, checked in on the last break. Jersey Simonson going to check in on this one. Fuehring to the line for 2. First one, no good.
And we're going to need some extra help from our bench tonight. Nick Fonts already with 2 fouls.
Second shot for Fuehring, rattles around a triple loop around the rim and gets the roll. Carter Goodwin back to Cole Miller. Miller with Hudson Wilms on him. Over to Goodwin. Goodwin back over to Miller. Now he's got Hayden Wilms.
Yeah, there's that zone given all kinds of problems again. Dribble penetration and I think attacking from the corners. We saw that earlier from the Blue Jays as a successful strategy against that.
Hensley for 3 off the rim. No good. Berggren able to keep that one. Miller drive, shot up. No good. Hensley rebound. Wilms for 3, and Hudson Wilms lets that one drop.
Huskies right back in this one after trailing by as much as 8, I believe.
Berggren now going to go to work. Pull up 2 off the rim. No good. And Goodwin's able to save it. McConnell tips it over to Simonson. Simonson finishes that one.
Good hustle. Got to get those 50-50 balls.
Long 3 from Wilms. Miller rebound ahead to McConnell. McConnell not able to control it.
I think he was thinking about the finish before he was thinking about the gather there. Cole didn't put it right on the money. It's just a little disconnect.
Under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Hensley, that was a travel, and they did see it. Okay. A little slow on that whistle, or we're a little quick, one of the two, but they called it, so we'll try not to be overly critical of the officials most of the time.
We try. We try.
I said try. Our executive director over there giving us some looks. Berggren step in over to Goodwin. Goodwin 2 up. Good.
Nice little runner from Carter Goodwin. Last 4 points from the bench.
Taylor Beebe with the ball. Cole Miller out to meet him by the logo. And Miller tips it away. Furing to inbound.
Cole with 1 foul, and I think somebody sitting in front of us that's related to him said don't foul. Doesn't want to see him get that second one.
Wilms to Wilms. Wilms for 3. Hudson Wilms with his 10th point of the half.
Yeah, just too clean a look for him.
Miller, Berggren throws it up off the rim, no good, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Blue Jays leading 19-16. A physical game at this point, I think, is the nicest way to put this.
No, I think physical and good action from free throw line to free throw line.
You're never going to like when your team has 4 fouls and the other team has 0.
Right.
I don't know that one team is playing more physical than the other, but they definitely have had a lot of contact that they've let go both ways.
Yeah,
which is probably okay.
And one thing, a zone defense. And again, I'm not a. Maybe I am a proponent of zone defense. You're less likely to get in a bad position and foul in a zone defense as you are in a man-to-man. Again, it's how well how disciplined you are, how well coached you are. And I'm not suggesting that Winterset's better coached because they haven't fouled yet, but a lot of teams place that emphasis on not fouling, on shooting, making more free throws than their opponent attempts. That's a goal that probably is a 95% winning percentage when you hit that goal.
Blue Jays will have the ball to start the second quarter. Starters back out on the court. Huskies are going to put the same squad out there they finished the last quarter with. So 2 Wilms, Beebe, Furing, and Hensley. Miller into Fonts. Fonts shot up and a finish.
Good acrobatics by Nick Fonts with the finish.
It's levitation, Holmes.
Great pass.
Beebe with the ball. Hensley over to Wilms. And they're going to get the offensive foul this time.
There was the moving screen we've been talking about, and I wonder if Coach Evans had planted that seed a little bit.
Hayden Wilms gets called for that one. Hayden wants to have a discussion with the official about it. Luckily, it was the official that doesn't tech everybody up for no reason.
Yeah, and he, as I watched the replay, he stuck his left leg out to draw that offensive foul.
Berggren over to Albright. Albright for three is blocked by Wilms. Fonts gets the ball, though. Tried to feed McConnell. Loose
Nick,
ball.
be careful, you're going to get another foul. I think Winterset took a timeout on the floor, which is maybe better than another foul on Nick.
Well, it's definitely better than another foul on Nick.
If you're in the blue and white tonight, 100%.
Well, for high school games, I'm never in the black and gold. So college, now that's another story. But. Second timeout for the Huskies. Good opportunity to thank our sponsor for the broadcast, the Bird's Nest, for and after school care, summer programming, rental space, employing your high school kids, just all kinds of great things the Bird's Nest does in the community. So we want to thank them for being a community sponsor, Blue Jay Digital sponsor, and just great people.
Touché.
I'm sure there's a few of them in the crowd too, usually. Hensley with it out by the three-point line. Hudson Wilms already having a heck of a shooting night. Gets another attempt at it. And this one in and out, and I think that's off Berggren, going to stay Husky ball.
Yep, Fearing just had that inside position and just enough of a box out that Tanner couldn't grab that ball cleanly and control it.
You get Lindy and Hank Wilms back in. Hudson Wilms drive, kick out. Hank Wilms drives. Albright able to knock that one away. And he's going coast to coast. And he is fouled. And the finish. And the strut.
And he becomes the seventh Blue Jay to convert a field goal tonight. Really good balance from all seven that have played. And this is the first free throw attempt on the night.
Boy, that's a tough one to.
Yeah, and again, is he making contact? He reached over without a doubt. But is he making the contact? Probably going to get called more often than not.
Great replay there with the drive from Carter Albright. Garrett Von Steen with that replay clip for you. Lindy for three, in and out. Tip ball, Berggren to Miller. Miller to McConnell. McConnell jump stop, puts it up, no good. Hank Wilms now trying to go coast to coast. Miller gets a piece of that one out of bounds.
There's Wilmses everywhere.
Well, I mean, when 60% of your lineup is Wilms.
I think there's 5 of them out there.
That seems like that'd be unfair if there's 2 other guys on there, too. Fuehring for three, and he rattles that in. We don't need the boys' team to get going with the three-pointers. Miller all the way to the hoop. He was looking for someone to pass to, but no one wanted to stop him.
Well, and again, that dribble penetration against the zone, Cole Miller's as good at doing that as anybody, and he's going to have to really attack that painted area tonight. Oh, that was a travel. He moved his pivot foot.
And loose ball. Carter Albright gets it, and he is no way.
Goodness gracious.
No way. That is unbelievable. Called jump ball. So you could have had travels from probably both teams.
Well, and it, sometimes you come in and you call a jump ball to keep somebody from getting hurt, but that ball was still in play.
Carter already had it and was run away, and I think that's where you say the ball don't lie. Albright with the steal over to Miller. Miller into McConnell. To Fonts. Pass over to Berggren. Berggren, 2 is no good. Hensley goes up strong for the rebound. Hank Wilms to Fuehring. To Hudson Wilms. Lindy with it into Hensley. Hensley drive, and that should have been a jump ball. That's a jump ball.
They're going to call a foul.
That is inconsistent as can be.
And that's going to be, that's just 2 on Nick. I thought he already had 2.
He did, so I'm not. Interesting. Hensley baseline charge. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My comments about the officiating is not going to stay positive very long.
That's a couple of tough ones going against the Blue Jays.
Hensley to the line for 2. Coach Evans having a conversation. Watch out. He's Mr. Technical right now.
Mr. T is right by him.
Hensley makes the first. Second one, no good. Furing able to go get the rebound, but his shot is no good.
Missed a box out there. Allowed Furing to get that. Fortunate that he missed that.
Miller to McConnell. McConnell is fouled, which is good because I think he was hanging a little bit too long to get the shot off.
McConnell and Furing maybe exchanged a few words there. I think Furing said he got all ball, and
well, they called it on Lindy, so you might have gotten all ball and still be sending McConnell to the line. McConnell's first free throw is good.
Hudson really attacking the rim tonight. That pass to the baseline for the finish is there if you can beat the shot blockers. And so far, so good.
Hayden Wilms back in. Lindy to the bench. McConnell rolls that one in. He's up to 9 in the half. Furing not able to handle that one. Tries to save it. Carter Albright on the ground, loose ball, and now they're going to call the foul, I believe, on Hayden Wilms. Good hustle play, Carter Albright. If you're new here, we love hustle plays.
Yeah, and probably not the first or the last time we'll complain about a call tonight, but this is a really tough game to call. I mean, there's a lot of bodies on the floor. These are some strong, athletic kids, and it's a tough game to call. There's so many that could go one way or the other.
Taylor Beebe back in for the Huskies. Furing reads that pass well, but not able to control it.
Yeah, and a couple of real pieces of good fortune there with the offensive rebound that wasn't converted and now the turnover that wasn't converted by Winterset.
Nearing the halfway point in the second quarter here.
Now they're in more of an odd front zone.
Miller, McConnell fade from the free throw line is good.
We were looking for that one guy to be the extra step-up person, and it's been Hudson McConnell so far tonight on the offensive end.
For the Huskies, it's been Hudson Wilms. He's open in the corner, but Furing tries taking it himself. Good defense by the Blue Jays. Miller with the rebound. Miller speeding it up a bit. Berggren out to Albright. Albright for 3, in and out. And Simonson is knocked to the ground by Furing. Loose ball. Wilms with it. Now to Hudson Wilms into a double team. Picks it back up. Hank Wilms for 3, and it's good. Miller tried to feed Simonson.
Just a little looking for something that's been there but wasn't. It's been there most of the night, but not in that case. And maybe he was looking for.
Well, and I think Hank Wilms was anticipating that a little bit more after the first 3 that went cross court like that. Cut the angle a little bit. Hudson Wilms runs down the baseline with the finish. Was that Wilms or was that Beebe?
That was Wilms.
Okay, they just gave it to Beebe on the scoreboard. So Miller shot 2 is good.
And Cole getting in that lane, has a chance to score, has a chance to assist. Most of the time we see him get into the lane.
That one's Beebe. That's off the rim. Albright had a piece of it.
Good recovery.
Wilms driving. Not able to rebound or get to go. Bergeron gets the rebound. Miller coming up court fast. McConnell pump fake drive back out to Miller. Miller going to set BB up for something here. McConnell, or not Miller. 15 seconds still on the shot clock. Albright gets it back to Miller. Miller has it knocked away by Hudson Wilms. Wilms is going to lay that one in. Hudson Wilms up to 14 now.
Just ahead of his average and getting that all in the first half.
And Bergeron's going to get called for the hop steps. Got to be careful.
Yep, gotta be
luckily,
careful, right.
Luckily, Mr. T was on the other side, so he didn't go for that one because the official closest to the ball kind of gave it a little hesitation look, like, maybe not yet. Miller to the bench. That doesn't happen all that often. Carter Goodwin coming in.
No, but in a game like this where Cole's going to be dependent on more than usual for handling the ball against that zone, he's going to need a breather here and there.
Logan Porter into the game for the first time for the Huskies. Beebe drives, tries to cut the defense, draws the foul.
Yeah, really good cut by Beebe in there to get himself into that open spot in the lane. And
Simonson with the foul. Taylor Beebe going to the line for two. Miller getting ready to check back in. Beebe's first shot is short. Miller just got a quick drink right back in. Goodwin to the bench. Minute 24 remaining in the first half. Second one is good for Taylor Beebe. Miller gets it back from Miller to McConnell. McConnell tried to feed Simonson, but defense collapsed on it. Wilms to Hensley. Hensley under the paint, and they're going to get McConnell for the foul as Hensley finishes the play. That'll be McConnell's second foul. Thought maybe he was straight up and down and just had Hensley too far underneath, but that is not how the officials saw that.
Yeah. Tie ball game. See if Blue Jays can get a 2-for-1 situation here potentially. He did travel. And they will get the ball back, but that's not how you wanted that 2-for-1 to go.
Goodwin going to check in now for Miller again. Miller's got the two fouls, so they're going to get him out on defense.
Hudson also with two fouls, so really want to keep him from getting that third right here.
Beebe drives, kick out, Wilms, shot up, he does miss. And the two Huskies went for it, saved it into the sixth row.
Tanner Bergeron probably fortunate right there. He didn't get called for a foul because he kind of came into the shooter's space and he wasn't able to come down there. So you take the good with the bad, right?
Not sure Coach Evans would have kept his top on very well there if that happened right in front of his own bench too.
Let's hope he keeps his top on. Just a 1 second difference here on game and shot clock. So Blue Jays are pretty safe to play for one.
I was thinking like Hulkamaniac just.
Yeah. That's a nice new shirt he's got on though. It's kind of a Carolina blue, not a Kentucky blue like we have.
5 seconds, 4 seconds. Bergeron for three from the logo. Good! And we're going into halftime. Blue Jays leading 34-31.
I think that ball might have hit the ceiling, and they might want to check the review.
No,
on
we
that.
do not want to check the
So
replay.
much arch on that. I say that in jest, but holy cow.
All right, we'll go into halftime. We'll be back for the second half. Go Jays.
It's raining.
The Bondurant-Farrar Athletic Booster Club was established over 20 years ago to support all sanctioned junior high and high school athletic programs. The club is comprised of athletic supporters, parents, and community members who strongly believe that quality athletic programs and experiences enrich the education experience for the hundreds of student athletes participating in a district sport each year. Each year, the Booster Club raises thousands of dollars that are reinvested into athletic programs. Dollars raised go to the purchase of items such as uniforms, equipment, unbudgeted team travel, team banquets, and state qualifier signs, and more.
Athletic boosters fund our uniforms for our 7 through 12 athletics. Annually, that is usually between $25,000 and $50,000. Without them, it would not be possible to keep our kids in new uniforms and get them the equipment that they need.
The Booster Club is really vital to the health of our programs here at Bondurant-Farrar. They do a great job of providing a way for programs to get money for equipment, for example, for track, help out with hurdles, blocks, new high jump mat, etc. Without the Booster Club, it'd be really hard for programs to function without having to really do a lot of fundraising on their own.
The Booster Club raises money through the sales of concessions, Bluejay apparel, merchandise, special fundraising events, and sponsorships and donations. As the Bondurant-Farrar community continues to grow, so does our athletic programs and the need for our support. The Booster Club is a great way to get involved and meet other parents and community members. Come join this fun and energized group. Bring your fresh ideas and love for Blue Jay student athletes and programs. Visit bfschools.org/Booster Club to learn more. Go Jays!
Hello Blue Jays, I'm Garrett Monson.
And I'm Maddie Rennie.
Welcome back to the ring.
On this episode,
All right, welcome back for second half action between the visiting Huskies and your Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays. Exciting halftime, or first half, culminating in a long, high three-pointer from Tanner Bergeron to take the lead for the Blue Jays, 34-31. Leading scorer for the Huskies in the first half is Hudson Wilms with 14. Sam Hensley with 7, Hank Wilms with 5, and Grant Furing with 4. For the Blue Jays, Hudson McConnell, your leading scorer, with 11. Nick Fonts and Cole Miller each with 6. Tanner Bergeron with 5. 2 points each from Carter Goodwin, Carter Albright, and Jersey Simonson.
And kind of the interesting thing we talked about right after the half was Hayden Wilms came into this game averaging almost 15 points a game. It was scoreless. Really a great job by Carter Albright guarding him defensively. And Tanner Bergeron, the Blue Jays' leading scorer at 22 a game, was held to just 2 points until he made that rainmaker 3 at the buzzer to get to 5. But then you have Hudson McConnell above his average, and you have Hudson Wilms above his average in a half, each of them in a half. So you never know where your scoring is going to come from on a night in and night out
and
basis.
And a half to half. You don't have, who knows what this half has.
Exactly. We used to see a guy named Colby Collison get he might have 2 at half and finish with 21.
And he might have 21 in the first half and stop at 21. You just never knew. Cole Miller with the ball for the Blue Jays starting out the second half into McConnell. McConnell up and starting right where they started the last half.
There's that baseline short corner action, and that's right where I know they want to attack that zone.
First half fouls, McConnell, Fonts, and Albright, or Miller, all with 2 fouls. Hensley with the 2, and it's in for the Huskies. Luke Lindy and Hayden Wilms with 2.
You don't want to see Hensley get it going because he's a tough guard out there.
Bergeron with a little bit of a fade, but a nice answer.
Let's see if Tanner can get going here in this half. See the ball go through the hoop one time might be a good sign of things to come.
Lindy, long 3, and that's good.
His first bucket of the game. Averaging a little over 5 points a game, right at almost 6.
McConnell's shot is blocked, and we're calling a foul on Hayden Wilms, which is his 3rd. The Winterset coach is unhappy with the call and would like an explanation.
I don't know if I'm going to check the replay here. I don't know if that was on.
Well, they called it on the reach from Wilms.
And he did come in from behind and got him on the left, looked like on the left arm.
But to your point, I'm not sure if that was the shot or if it was still before the shot.
It was on the shot.
Was it? Okay. McConnell hits them both.
4 for 4 on the night for Hudson from the line.
Hank Wilms into Hensley, and Fonts knocked it away. Hensley chased it down, gives it to Hudson Wilms. Out to Hank Wilms for 3. That's going to be off. And Albright's going to let that one go out of bounds. Hensley, good hustle.
We see Nick Fonts dig for a lot of basketballs, grab for jump balls and so forth. Maybe has to just throttle that down a little bit here in the third quarter to avoid that cheap 3rd foul.
I'm not sure Nick necessarily knows how to throttle down. Yeah. All gas, no brakes. Bergeron for 3. Off the rim, no good. Hensley rebound. Good box from him to keep Nick off of it. Hank Wilms to Lindy. Lindy hit from there just a minute ago. Hayden Wilms around the world.
There was another one of those.
And he loses the ball out of bounds.
Looked like a moving screen that could have been called.
Miller going to bring it up court. 6 minutes remaining in the third. Miller to McConnell. McConnell baseline block. Not able to gather the rebound. And little request for a travel there. Might have been knocked away by Miller. A little awkward there, but Hayden Wilms over to Hudson Wilms. Wilms into the paint. Right hand float, no good. Cole Miller rebound. Miller to Bergeron. Bergeron into the paint. And that probably should have been something, but I don't know what.
Looked like something involving a long snapper out there.
And Out to Wilms. Wilms for three. That's Hayden Wilms' first bucket of the game off of really just an interesting
kind of a scramble.
Possession, both sides, really. So
kind of a scrum into a scramble.
Not too often do you get the long center snap in basketball. So Huskies picking up the D. Berggren for three off. Fonce able to tip that one a little bit, but Wilms chases it down, and Hudson Wilms for three off the rim, no good. And that's going to stay Husky ball. I think either Cole Miller had a really good acting job there or tried really hard to draw a charge and looked like he maybe had one, but hard to read that contact for sure. And probably similar there. It looked like maybe Nick was up in his hands. Miller into the double team. Albright with it. Back to Miller. Miller for three. Off the rim. No good. Hensley rebound.
A little bit of a settle there maybe by Cole. I want to see him get the ball into the lane. Get the ball reversed against this zone.
Hudson Wilms shot up and gets the floater to go.
Winterset's got their first lead in quite a while, if maybe their first one of the game.
Blue Jays going to take the timeout. I believe that's their first. Yeah, I do believe that's the first lead for the Huskies as well.
They've come out of the gates just a little, seem to have a little more energy than the Blue Jays do. Attacking the basket, not settling. And I think Coach Evans wants to get his team back in that attack mode and not just shooting jump shots, but trying to get the ball to the rim. Maybe some kickouts for threes as opposed to just stationary threes off the pass.
Well, and part of what leads to the little bit of chaotic look from both sides is your offense is chaotic, right? So if you slow yourself down and make crisper passes, the defense can't make a loose ball happen as
right.
well. And so just calm down a bit, play your game.
And this is a tough opponent to play on the first of a back-to-back because you're this is going to be a four-quarter game without a doubt. And you're exerting a lot of energy. Going to need to hydrate, get a little protein in you after the game. Be ready to play 32 minutes or more tomorrow night again.
Get yourself those half-price boneless wings.
Yeah.
We don't have a food sponsor, so we won't mention any names of where you can get discounts on wings unless you want to be a food sponsor. Berggren over to Miller. Miller gathers it back over to McConnell. McConnell up, and Lindy with the contest. Hensley with the rebound. Hayden Wilms over to Hensley. Hensley now drives, and that's going to...
Oh, my goodness.
Carter Albright gets trucked. Mr. T continuing to call things that I love. Hensley to the line. Short. Hensley's second shot coming. That one is short as well. And now they're going to get Hudson Wilms for that foul.
So a little break for the Blue Jays. See if they can take advantage on the two missed free throws. Recapture this lead. And again, I think they need to be a little more attacking in their scheme here.
Fonce all the way out by the three-point line. Berggren now turnaround fade in.
Really like that look. Good call by Coach Evans from the bench to set that up.
I was just sitting there thinking, well, we don't see Fonce out here all that often, and that's because he was opening it up for Berggren to be in the middle. Hensley into the paint, and I think McConnell's getting that one. Yeah, he did swing down on that one a little bit.
Well, and Hensley just got him on his hip and at a disadvantage. And he's a pretty nifty left-handed post player out there.
71% free throw shooter. We probably won't get 0 for 2 this time around.
Probably not. Like, there's
It
literally
seems highly unlikely
zero chance he's going to miss this.
that a
next one.
71% free throw shooter could miss 4 in a row. Really
Right,
unlikely.
right.
Wendy and Wilms going to go to the bench. Beebe and Fearing back in.
I just don't think it's possible. He
It
misses
seems
this
like,
one.
I mean, like going for it, right there.
As we said, tie ball game. There's going to be some lead changes and some tie scores here in these last 10-plus minutes.
Miller pull up 2. Tough shot. Was expecting the contact. Gets it to go anyway.
That's just a lot of strength. As a strong kid, pound for pound, probably the strongest kid out there.
I don't know. Hensley gets the bucket.
Yeah, Hensley's-
I'm just thinking 2-2 might have an argument on the strength side. I don't know. Maybe we can get Coach Beauregard up here to let us know. As Berggren goes up, and I think he's decided it's time for him to go.
Yeah, Berggren and Hensley are the two guys that are attacking the basket right now.
Beebe to Hudson Wilms.
Yep. And again,
It's the first foul on Hank Wilms.
there just seems to be a lot of moving screens that could be called tonight. And there's been a couple.
There's not a lot of stationary feet. Miller into Fonts. Fonts not able to finish. Puts it back. Goodwin with good defense on him.
Yep. Same team problems there.
Hudson Wilms for 3, and that's still in.
He's a good-looking shooter.
Berggren passes up the 3. Albright now drives. Pull up 2. No good. Hensley dropping some elbows.
Yeah, kind of swinging those around a little bit.
And that's a bench warning on apparently Jake Trusty. I really do not think it was Jake Trusty, but the other players are pointing at him.
Yeah, Coach Evans is saying, "Hey guys, let me do that." But you know what? That's a good piece of officiating. Let's give that official some credit instead of just
having soft skin and calling a technical
loosely
again.
calling a technical foul.
Yeah.
Stop the game, warn the bench, and now if they do it again, then you've got good reason to give them a
You've
technical.
done everything you could by telling them. Hensley
That's a heck of a play by
with
Hensley
the bucket.
right there. That's a determined kid.
Foul is on Albright. Hensley to the line for 1.
Yeah, not calling out any of the Blue Jay players over there on the bench. No intention of doing that.
Like I said, it was not Jake Trusty. His teammates were just messing with him and giving him the blame on that one.
Well, and regardless, they're all just trying to help their team out a little bit.
Cole Miller drives right through traffic.
Blue Jays are going to get another possession, so if they can get a stop and a bucket, they're either tied. Not a stop, though.
Hudson Wilms.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now. That's his 4th 3. And he's got 22 points.
Of the things that I thought maybe could have been called for a foul, I'm not sure that's the one I would have went with. But Kaylor Beebe is going to take the brunt of that. His first foul, so not exactly a foul trouble issue for him. But shot clock is off. Hudson Connell going to check back in for Carter Goodwin here for this offensive possession. Blue Jays will play for 1, I imagine.
Yeah, and at this point, you're kind of looking like you're running out of gas in the tank. So you want to get into that 4th quarter no worse than 5 right here, and hopefully get it cut to 2 or 3.
Berggren to McConnell. Berggren for 3. Off the rim, no good. Albright rebound back to Bergeron. Bergeron for three. It's good. Long one from Wilms off the backboard, and the Blue Jays trail 51-53 heading to the third. Bergeron finishing off all the quarters with three-pointers, or 2 out of 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all things considered. You know, you're down 2. But like I said, you were kind of running on fumes at the end of that quarter as Winterset had gotten their biggest lead up to 5. And to cut it to 2 and basically have it all squared up, Winterset did outscore the Jays 22-17 in that quarter. So just playing with a little bit of extra energy, passion, and Sam Hensley really seemed like he had more than 8 points in that quarter, but he and Hudson Wilms kind of leading the way for their team, each with 8 points in that quarter. Hudson Wilms with 22 now on the game, and Hensley with 15.
Yeah, Hensley, I believe, a double-double at this point. Going into the fourth, though, we have a lot of players on both teams with 2 fouls, but Hudson McConnell is the only player with 3. Not that they couldn't suddenly decide to call every single thing down the stretch, because that's happened before.
Well, it has, and sometimes when you get in a game like this, it's kind of a way that the officials need to regain a little bit of control. Not that this has gotten out of control, but
it's been on the cusp maybe a few times. Lindy in the paint, kick out Hensley. Hensley, that's a carry and another carry that they didn't care about. Hensley shot no good. Fonts slides it over to Miller. Miller into the land of Giants, and he is
going to call that on the ground.
Fouled. Okay, I had 2 guys blocking me. I didn't know if they were going to try and say it's a travel or something like that, but great hustle by Nick Fonts. Didn't want to risk picking it up, so just slid it over to Cole Miller for the drive.
Fouls on Fearing. Tanner Bergeron to inbound the ball, so this play probably is going to come back to him.
McConnell in the paint to Albright. Albright over to Fonts. Fonts.
Going to have a 3-second.
No, travel. Okay. Bergeron did come all the way around to this side, like maybe he was setting up for that planned shot, but Coach Evans having a little discussion with the official as they go down court. Lindy drives and is blocked by Tanner Bergeron. What the heck? And they teed up Tanner Bergeron on the block because apparently he thought the other official had gotten to call too many technicals and he didn't get to. And then I think the Husky coach was trying to lobby for another technical on Coach Evans. My goodness, that's not the way to gain control. That's the way to make people go crazy. Hayden Wilms to the line.
And I don't know if Tanner said something. That's the one thing that we don't know up here. You know, it doesn't seem like him to do that, but sometimes in the heat of the moment that can happen.
Hayden Wilms hits them both. Huskies get the ball. You know, maybe that'll just be the thing you need to spark a fire under your own team. Who was that? Who called that timeout?
And I know Coach Evans is not happy with the Winterset bench right now, asking for another technical on them. I think that's there's been a little bit of animosity between these two coaching staffs in the past. I am aware of that, and right now the thing you want to avoid is making it personal and just playing basketball. That's the one thing you don't want to, because once you make it personal, then you're focusing on the wrong things. And a good timeout for Coach Evans, maybe to calm the troops down a little bit, calm himself down a little bit.
The officials huddling also, maybe they can calm themselves down a little bit.
Yeah, yep.
There's no requirement for a certain number of technicals called in a night.
Yeah.
There's no reward for that.
And I don't know if Tanner said something or to the degree he said something. A lot of players say get that out of here or whatever, and
yeah, I mean, I think on a night like tonight where you've let all kinds of chaos go, though, you can't go there.
But we don't want it to be the ref show either, right?
Fearing to inbound. Beebe has Cole Miller pressuring him tight. Looking to get it into Hensley. Lindy does to Hensley at the free throw line. That's a travel. Drug his foot. Loose ball. Bergeron gets the boy. Miller over to McConnell. McConnell to Albright. Albright's tackled. Back to McConnell. McConnell shot up. And they're going to call that foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Is that on Hensley?
I think so.
That's his first foul of the night.
Connell shot up, good. 16 for him. Connell hits them both.
2-point game.
Hayden Wilms with the ball.
Every possession pretty crucial here.
Fearing into the paint.
Double dribbled.
And double dribbled. There you go.
Yeah.
Good defense from McConnell. We're going to get a couple of Huskies checking in. A couple of Wilms, that is. Fearing and Beebe to the bench. Blue Jays can tie this puppy up or maybe even take the lead. Miller slowing it down, looking for the open play here.
Winterset really extends that zone.
McConnell back out to Miller. Still 15 seconds on the clock. Miller spins into the paint. Up, no good. Tips it up. Hensley rebound.
Yeah, they're going to get Hudson. That's going to be his 4th. Going to say Coach Evans is probably going to go to the bench.
Let's see Jersey Simonson come in here.
Probably about a 2-minute break for Hudson. They need him on the floor because he's been pretty good on the offensive end for sure.
Hensley gets the inbound. Pull up 2 off the rim. No good. Bergeron tips it to Ponce. Ponce thought he was fouled. Lindy with the ball.
Just didn't need to do that.
Hudson Wilms has Bergeron on him. The extra length, maybe stop the 3. Hayden Wilms, air ball.
We saw kind of a free-flowing game, and it's really become a possession game. Winterset's going to take a timeout, a full timeout, to kind of regroup and discuss what they want to do the rest of the way here. Gives Coach Evans a chance to draw something up too. Usually when he gets an opportunity to do that, I would say look for number 32 on some sort of set play coming out of the timeout.
Yeah,
and you haven't mentioned our sponsor here lately.
Well, you know, I was just getting ready to, and so the Bird's Nest is our sponsor for this and all Blue Jay digital basketball broadcasts. A great community sponsor, before and after school care, rental options if you're looking to host some type of event. I know I've been to some 4-H activities and things like that there.
Graduation parties.
Graduation parties, yep. So a lot of that coming up. If you haven't found your graduation party yet, you probably should, because you're going to run out of options and time.
It's too late. I'm just going to throw that out.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Not for you. You don't have anyone graduate.
Well, if you're a parent of a senior, it's too late. If you, I'm guessing the Bird's Nest is booked. But it's always worth giving them a shot.
Maybe a Wednesday night. You know, you can get a midweek graduation party. So, you know, you got to set up something a little bit different.
Yep.
Same thing the Blue Jays are looking to do here.
Let's see if we see that set play where we bring Nick Fonce out high to catch the ball and then screen the zone and get Tanner open in the middle against that zone. Let's see if we dial that one up again.
Huskies have their starters out there. 3 Wilms, a Lindy, and a Hensley.
There's a screen on that zone. Yep.
Bergeron turnaround fade. 2, no good. Lindy rebound.
Got the look they wanted. Just Tanner couldn't quite wiggle that one in. Get on his right shoulder, Jersey. There you go.
Hank Wilms. Hayden Wilms. Trying to use Hudson Wilms' screen. Over to Lindy. Hank Wilms looking to drive on Miller. Miller tried drawing the foul. They let everything go. Bergeron takes the rebound off the missed shot. Miller out top, Albright with it. Back to Miller.
Winterset's done a much better job of keeping Miller from penetrating the middle of that zone. But
Miller stepped through.
And one.
Strong, strong, strong.
I just thought I'd make a point that they had stopped his penetration so that he could do that.
Hensley foul, his second. Miller will go to the line trying to convert the three-point play and take a lead here for the Blue Jays. Free throw off the rim, no good. Knocked out of bounds between 2 Huskies, so the Blue Jays will get it underneath their own hoop. Just like you drew it up.
Yep.
Great action shot there from Garrett Von Steen on the replay.
Ooh, good catch by Jersey there. That was not an easy ball to corral.
Miller has Hayden Wilms on him. Cross court, Fonts over to Simonson for the lay-in. Little hockey assist action there.
And Nick Fonts is going to get an assist there, but he just made 2 plays that aren't going to show up really very much in the box score, but they're just winning plays.
Lindy from 3. Somebody's been watching too much Caitlin Clark. Not sure you can do that, by the way, too much Caitlin Clark. But
no, boy, she's fun to watch, man.
Miller to Bergeron. Bergeron with the tip dunk.
Yeah, and Tanner Bergeron, it's 5 points at half, has now got himself up to 16.
Miller strips it. He's pushing the pace. He's going to go all the way, and he's hammered. Our fans want a retaliatory tee from before. They're not going to get it, but Wilms called for the foul. His second foul. Miller to the line for 2. Great quick hands there from Miller to create the turnover and just pure speed getting to the hoop.
Yeah, his lungs have got to be burning right now, too.
Struggling a little bit on free throws down the stretch from Cole. Definitely, if there was a piece you need a little bit more out of, it's that. But see what we can do with the second one. Second one is up and off the rim as well. Hensley rebound.
It's just gut check time here. It's a 4-minute game. Blue Jays back in front by just 1.
Hensley tried the little drop your butt out there for the charge, or for the block. Wilms gets his own rebound. Are they saying on the ground? Well, they're saying count.
They're calling it. They're counting it. And another lead change.
What's that?
And another lead change, and starters on the floor for both teams here.
Wilms hits them both. Hudson Wilms up to 25.
Now Winterset's in a man-to-man.
Bounce over to Bergeron. Bergeron for 3, in and out. Lindy rebound.
Boy, got him the shot. Got him the shot you wanted.
Lindy thought about the logo. Hudson Wilms trying to drive on Fonts. No good. Bergeron rebound.
Bergeron may be fouled on the rebound, and he's going to attack.
And they're going to call that one a charge. And we got to be careful because they're going to call a tee because this has been the captain tees for the night. Oh, man. I thought he did a pretty decent job of sliding around the outside, but I am definitely biased on this case. Hayden Wilms, blocked from behind by Carter Albright, gets his own rebound. Dump off pass. McConnell tips it. Albright ends up with it. Big block from Carter Albright.
This is not for the faint of heart.
Fonts into the paint. Bergeron turnaround two is good. Tie ball game. 2 minutes on the clock. Crowd getting into it even a little more. Hensley drives. Blocked by Fonts. Wilms rebound. Wilms with it. Miller diving. That's over and back. They're saying it's tipped. Lindy with it now. Over to Hank Wilms. Wilms step back to Lindy. Has McConnell on him. Might try to draw that fifth foul, and they're going to get it.
And
Tanner Berger tries to draw or claim the foul.
And Hudson Wilms just threw up a three from the corner after the whistle, and of course it went in.
So that will be the end of Hudson McConnell's night.
He's going to walk off with 17 points, and really was that added scoring punch that the Blue Jays needed tonight and are probably going to need that last 95 seconds or more. But let's see if Jersey can be a difference maker here in this last minute 35.
Luke Lindy to the line for two. First one up, gets the finish on that. 7 points this half for Luke Lindy. His first point that wasn't a three-pointer. Second one as well. Blue Jays trailing by 2, minute and a half left.
The tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife, Patrick, in this gym.
Jersey Simonson for three.
Oh my goodness. Just like we called it.
Yeah, you had that on the bingo card. Wilms drives, kick out Hensley. Hensley step back three. Almost airball. Albright with it. Blue Jays with the lead and the ball. 1 minute to go.
And Hensley took 2 steps to get back behind the line. It was an
NFL or NBA quality step back right there. James Harden would be proud of that one.
Ooh, got to be careful to circling behind. You're inviting a double team when you do that.
Fonts with it.
Yep,
and we're going to get a timeout.
Coach Evans. Yep. Maybe should have gotten that a little bit sooner, but things kind of broke down. Nick Fonts had the ball out there by what used to be the timeline with 8 seconds on the shot clock. So
good opportunity to draw up and play. Good opportunity for Trent Miller to wipe the sweat off his head. It's starting to get a little hot in here for him. Trent sits right in front of us, so he gets.
And you know, Jersey Simonson, 16% from the three-point line on the year.
Well, I bet that just skyrocketed out.
Calmly dropping that down. 16% is probably 1 for 6.
I'm sure there was a lot of no, yes.
Well, I saw assistant coaches Peyton Ridgway and Seth Moeller elbowing each other over there on the bench. It's not probably what you expected, but boy, he just stepped up like that was his job to make that shot right there. I think they're going to get Cole Miller a full head of steam here in the head backcourt.
6 seconds.
Winterset
right
back
through
into
the middle.
His zone.
And loose ball out of bounds.
And I think that ball got knocked away from Cole Miller, and that is why that pass came out of there so hot. So there's no shot clock here, Patrick. Winterset's got 31 seconds in the ball to try to erase that 1-point deficit.
The way they've shot tonight, do you consider fouling?
No.
No.
You're not going to foul. Not with the lead. You're going to defend, and they've shot well, but they've also turned it over a time or two. The question here is, how soon do they look to score? And it's probably somewhere
7 seconds? 10?
I'm going early because then you get a shot at a second chance if you get an offensive rebound. If you go under 5, you're really limiting yourself to just one shot, and you want to get a second chance. And if you don't score, you still have time to foul as well. It looks like Carter Goodwin's going to check into the game. I'm not sure who he's coming in for. Maybe Jersey to add a little more quickness on the perimeter. Another guard out there, which means you probably have Nick Fonts guarding Sam Hensley. And it probably puts Carter Goodwin on Lindy, and then your other 3 guys matching up with the Wilmses. But no, I'd look for them to make their attack somewhere around that 12-second mark. They're going to go. Blue Jays are still going to come out in a man-to-man.
Correct on your substitution prediction. It does look like Carter is setting up to guard Lindy.
Yep.
Berggren on the scoring Wilms. Lindy with it.
Oh, goodness.
Albright went
shouldn't have
for
went
it.
for the steal.
Pull-up block, I think. And a late foul call, which is going to send him to the line for 3.
Man.
Oh, my goodness. Carter Albright, 4th foul. All this half.
That's a lot to process right there.
Hayden Wilms, first shot is almost an air ball. He will get 2 more. Jersey Simonson going to check in between the second shot and third shot. Hayden Wilms' second shot coming, and he hits that one. We are tied up. Simonson in, Goodwin to the bench, 17.4 seconds on the clock.
You got to get a box out here. That's the key.
That's a miss. We have a tie ball game, 16 seconds. Miller bringing it up the court. No timeout being called.
No timeout.
Miller to Berggren. Berggren turn, fade, 2, no good. Fonts, tip, Albright. They're saying Blue Jay ball. Blue Jay ball, no override, 3.4 seconds. Now we're going to get that timeout. I was 100% sure the official over here was going to decide that somehow was a tip the other way and overruled.
Yeah, and Hayden Wilms just went 1 for 3 from the line, was coming in tonight at an 81% clip. So pressure can well,
and he's also a 15-point per game player.
Right.
So
we got
3.4. That's going to inbound from the corner, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's clear in the corner or if it's closer to the B on the sideline. That pass from the corner is a tough spot to get the ball in from. The one thing you don't want to do, number one, you don't want to turn it over, obviously.
And don't
foul. You want to get the ball in cleanly. If you don't get a great shot, you're still playing into overtime. And then you're right. Number 2 is if you do turn the ball over, you don't want to foul. And you don't want to foul on any type of screen.
Because it'll be shots
or loose ball
on a foul because we're in the bonus.
We got our money's worth tonight.
Right?
Maybe some free basketball. I'm hoping not.
Jasper Wilson over here doing the recording, giving that wink and nod. He has a good feeling about what's about to happen.
And Tanner Berggren's the intended target here. We'll see what happens.
Miller to inbound. It's pretty in the corner.
It's deep in the corner.
Des Moines Spring Green crew right there ready to support. And ball timeout White just before the shot clock or the 5-second count.
Yep.
So I think that's our 4th team foul.
I heard that whistle and I thought that's the fastest 5-second call I've ever heard in my life. But Coach Evans took the timeout, seeing that
he probably did it a half second earlier than he would have, knowing how the calling has been. But
yeah, he's going to have to set something up a little bit different here, because right now they were looking for a pass over to the top to Tanner Berggren in the backcourt. But if that pass isn't right on the money, and you got Cole Miller, who's he's your best sure-handed passer, but he's not a real tall guy either. And getting that pass over the top of Luke Lindy, 6'1", who's
Do you think Tanner
jumping
can
up and
pull the
down.
defense out and Carter under the hoop for a bucket?
Possibly.
Because that seems.
You also have Hensley really protecting the middle of the lane right now. I think
What are we waiting
what you're
for?
going to see is Tanner try to get the ball in the corner.
Shot up from Bergeron. That's going to be short. Rebound, putback.
That's good!
That's good. That's the ball game.
Yeah!
With the huge putback. Oh, my goodness. Just like I called Carter under the bucket. That's exactly what they did. Carter Albright, what a fantastic finish to that ball game. Blue Jays victorious 66-64. Wow. Hey, that was fun.
Hey, and that's a blast.
By the way, that was Carter Albright's second bucket of the game.
Yeah. But you know what? He did a heck of a job tonight on Hayden Wilms, and his defense alone made him a candidate for the Vision Bank Player of the Game. But how do you not give it to him on
that putback?
Yeah, and I don't think there was any home cooking with the clock there. I mean, we can watch the replay and see if the clock started a little bit late or not. But there was over 3 seconds, and Tanner caught and shot the ball right away. So there was definitely time for a putback, and Carter Albright grabbed that sucker and put it right back in. Good week for that kid so far.
Yeah, it's close. I mean, if anything, it's definitely not egregious on the clock. So
no.
Yeah, fun time. Hey, we get to do this again tomorrow.
We do. We get to come right back here, and
hopefully not quite as stressfully though.
That was stressful, for sure.
Oh, wow. Tanner ended up with 18 points.
Yep. Hudson was 17. Good balance. You got 12 out of Cole Miller. And
7 from Simonson, including that huge 3.
Oh, that's another one that maybe you give a little consideration for. But
I think you're on it, though. I mean, holding Hayden Wilms to no points in the first half, only – what did he end up with, 7, 6?
He had 6 and made 1 of 3 from the line there at the end. And, some of that could be nerves. Some of that could be tired legs from a guy chasing you all over the floor, too. And
so, I think Vision Bank Player of the Game, I like where you're going with that. Didn't want to go to overtime, and we didn't. Carter Albright, rebound, putback, tremendous defensive effort. But, oh, my goodness, I love the replay we're bringing up right there as well. That's just so much fun.
He shot that on his way down. He caught it at the peak of his jump and shot it on the way down. Good work by Garrett down there. He's the most valuable floor camera guy tonight for sure.
Well, we got to get back here tomorrow night, so we'll call that tonight. Vision Bank Player of the Game, Carter Albright. Vision Bank, see what we can do for you tonight. That's a Blue Jay victory, 66-64, and we'll see you back tomorrow night for the Blue Jays versus Gilbert. Go Jays.
Go Blue Jays.